Hi Sagittarius, this is Wishko the Ferret. Thanks for hopping into the Ferret Den, where we're keeping things warm and we're keeping things cozy. Today we have a reading for May 22nd to May 28th. So as always, drop into your heart space and let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you and which messages are for others. I did a meditation before this video, so I want to thank Archangel Michael, as always, for being the light of protection that surrounds me and for helping keep my energy under control and keeping any energies away from mine. Also, the angel teams that work with me and the spirit guides that work with me, thank you for helping me channel the message clearly to our Sagittarius collective, whether they be sun, moon, or risings, or whoever happens to be drawn to the Sagittarius energy at this time. Thank you for helping me. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for helping me channel it clearly and accurately then. What do we have for this week? So I'm having like my own conversation with spirit as I shuffle. Oh. Okay, Sagittarius. So some of you... So on your Astro dice, we have the Sun, Virgo, and we have the 7th house. And I'm hearing something about a child. So I don't know if... Like the 7th house is usually our close partnerships. It is the marriage house. So perhaps this is speaking in terms of the family or within the realms of family. Or perhaps this is somebody you want to create a family with or have a child with. This isn't, I don't think this is a love, this could be a love reading, but there is a particular individual that I feel like this is targeted towards. So perhaps if there's somebody in your life that falls in this realm, I'm just gonna not try to explain. I'm gonna let spirit talk completely through me because I don't know if I fully can relate to this message. So I'm just gonna let spirit do its thing. For the sun energy, it's almost like you are creating. You mean business. You want to create something, and it's almost like you have a very strong sense of what you want to create. It seems like it's in a partnership of some kind. So with Virgo, Virgo is the energy of practicality. Virgo is also the energy of self-care. It's the energy of really filling our cup, and it is monitoring our give and take needs. So in times where we want to be generous to others and in times where we give to ourselves, that is where Virgo kind of takes its course. So with the wanting to create, you want to nurture. It's almost like some of you actually want to create a child with with your partner or to have a child, but there's something you want to bring into creation here. There's something you want to create. It's through your bonds that you can actually achieve this success, and it's kind of a careful business. Whatever this energy is, we're dealing with something that is very careful. So perhaps you are trying to be meticulous. Maybe you're with somebody who doesn't really agree with having children right now, and that's okay. This message is very specific for some of you if you're in a relationship already. Or some of you could actually just be wanting children or wanting to nurture something or bring something into existence. And it's almost like you're either lacking a partner or you have a partner that doesn't want it. There's just something here in the plan that's not really working or that you don't really have. This is the energy that should already resonate with you in the moment, okay? But there could be some challenges that you face with that. For others of you, you are just quite literally wanting to create something and like maybe find that person to create that with. And it doesn't have to be with a family. This could be just creating a life in general with that person, okay? But that could also be kind of in the focus or in the back of your mind. You can take concrete steps to this, but it does require balance. You have the Temperance card here. I just heard meet your fate. So some of you are actually written to be with somebody in this lifetime. We do have the power of choice, but I always find that fate and free will and choice, they're all intertwined. I don't like, we are constantly creating as we're moving through, but we also like, this is so confusing and it's beyond human comprehension, I think, to explain it. So regardless of what your opinion is and free will and fate, in the human design, in the human form, we co-create our realities. And, you know, we can't just sit back and let life happen to us. But before we came here, we had certain things that were written. But we also write the decisions that we make and things. So it's not that we're being controlled because time is not linear. It is just, this is not really the place to have this conversation. But I want to assure you that you are still creating and making conscious decisions. You can change and create anything in life. It's not set in stone. But that's the beauty of spirit, is that they are constantly co-creating with us. So speaking from like I don't know, I'm trying to explain spiritual dimension terms, and because I'm studying soul consciousness right now. But it's just so funny how, you know, when we review our life lessons afterwards, you know, once we pass and we look back on our life and we say, oh, things happened the way that they were supposed to. Or like, oh, things like, you know, like here are the opportunities that I took. But all of the possibilities and all the pathways for you are planned. All the decisions that you could make are planned. But essentially what we have here, I feel like I have to explain this to some of you because there are misgivings about if I'm going to find the right person. Am I going to meet the one? Do I have to be putting forth any effort? I feel like a lot of us feel like fate is going to bring us to a particular person or people that we are meant to be with, that we are meant to shine with. There is someone that is meant to shine with you. There is someone that is meant to be with you. But it's almost like, do what your intuition is calling you to do and think of it as more fluid than that. Okay, so you can't sit back and wait for it to come to you, but perhaps I just do want to stress that some of you might have actually been through a lot of love trauma or have really stressed about being alone for a while. And this is for like the singles out there who have been looking for love. I really do feel that, you know, if this is something that you want to do, it's imperative that you stay on track with your life. So don't derail just to go off in search of something that, you know, because you're probably not going to find something that's fulfilling and that's planned for you. I do think that if you want to, you know, add that balance to your life, Temperance, like I said, is the card of balance. It is a card of moderation. It is also the card of patience as well. So in this deck in particular, it's more representative of balance, but it's also waiting for the right time for things to fall into place. You also have the Wheel of Fortune card here. I just heard sit still. So if you actually intuitively feel called to focus on other areas of your life, that's totally okay to do. If you intuitively feel called to go out and date and meet people, that is okay to do too. But just remember to not, you know, desperately chase something, because the right person will come at the right time. The energy that you're putting out is the energy that you're getting back, and it just keeps fluctuating and flowing like that. And the universe gives gifts, okay? You think you're keeping track of the kind of energy you're putting out and the kind of energy you're giving back, but as humans, it's very hard to assess spiritual energy and that kind of energetic exchange. So believe me when I say that miracles can happen and that something can happen, okay? There's a Five of Swords here. There's a Five of Swords here, and perhaps this is like issues with other people. This could be an issue with a significant other if you're already in a relationship. I don't know why this is so relationship heavy. It could be just the 7th house presented on the Astro dice, but this just feels like if you've had past love relationships, this could be the Five of Swords, like energy of fighting with them, or just having different views on life. It's almost like there's not really a lot of people that are on your level. You need someone of the same caliber that suits you, okay? And perhaps there's been this disjunction. Spirit's coming through with the term disjunction, but I'm not really sure if it's something that quite fits in what I'm trying to say. But it's almost like there's something that's disgruntled or disjuncted in this whole thing, in these relationships that you've had in the past. But let me gain my footing in this reading. Let me gain my centerpiece here. There's a part of me that also doesn't like to give love messages because I'm like, oh, but everybody's love relationship is different. So I'm just gonna, Spirit says grieve later. Wow. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I feel like that was more for me though. I feel like that was more for me. I was like, okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about this later. But anyway, Five of Swords could be, I'll try to keep up with the flow. Thank you. So with the Five of Swords, definitely probably fighting with past loved ones. And just they're just, it's not purposely picking a fight, but it's like they're not on the same caliber. So Five of Swords energy is just going to come out just because they're not on the same wavelength. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. There is a new opportunity coming your way. And this again, I'm getting that this could be romance, this could be career as well, or this could be some type of financial gift. This is meant to be read as the Ace of Pentacles usually is a new beginning or a financial gift of some kind. This is something that is a blessing or a gift or a miracle that is being given to you by the universe, okay? And it's up to you whether you want to take it, because Spirit's just saying as an offer. It might not be the type of relationship that you want, so it's totally okay to say no. But just make sure that you are taking it if it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, don't take it, right? So the Wheel of Fortune is basically what we were saying before. The energy that we put out is the energy that we get back. So if you are, and that's not always the case. Like with this is in terms of like karma and spiritual energy. There could be energies that you've been giving like in your relationships that have not quite been coming back to you. You haven't been receiving the same kind of effort or the same kind of feelings back as you've put out there. And that just goes, that imbalance, like it just, that's calling, my attention is being called to the Temperance card of things being out of balance. It's almost like you need to find a relationship that is balanced with that give and that take, especially with Virgo. So you need to find somebody who puts forth that effort into you the same way that you put forth effort in that individual, okay? So it needs to be more equal. There's been an imbalance of energies here. So making sure that you are taking what you are giving back and like vice versa. And if that person is unable to provide that for you, nix them, cut them. So we have the Devil energy closing this out as well, closing out your tarot. And with the Devil energy, we're oftentimes up in our own heads. These are patterns that come up that we need to break. So whatever this situation is definitely something like, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a logical sequence of events of trying to find the right person. And oftentimes we find that we are attracted to a certain kind of person. So for a lot of you, this could actually even be, no, I'm almost certain this energy is for singles. Gosh, I gotta do more love readings so I can pinpoint this energy better. But it seems like with the Devil energy, like you're probably up in your own head a little bit. That is what the Devil energy is about, is having the same patterns and the same things coming up again and again. Oftentimes we feel bound by chains that really aren't there, is what Spirit is saying. So move around for a little bit, get a feel for your immediate environment, do things that might be a little out of your comfort zone, but still challenge yourself to reach those. So if you're somebody who's like wanting to date, maybe going on a dating app, like not actually going out and about, but going on a dating app might be your first step. Maybe the next step for you would be actually going out and meeting people. If you're somebody who wants to meet people more organically, maybe you can go out and meet them at parties or wherever you want to pick people up. I don't know. I'm not the expert on that. But Spirit is saying slowly move in your immediate vicinity first. And this is meant as metaphorically. Move in your immediate vicinity first and then spread out farther, like move a little bit more beyond your comfort zone until you get comfortable and you can feel more intuitively led, because it's all about the process, Spirit is saying. So really just getting familiar with the process is going to help find your footing, okay? You have Pixie Pierrot. I don't know what. It's not Pirouette, but Pixie Pierrot. So I've been reading out of the book for these cards. Beautiful cards, but it's hard to hold them up and read at the same time. I'll do my best. Okay. There is an original you, the you that has always been and will always be you. No matter how much the outer forms of your body, your work, your lifestyle, your world seem to change, the original, essential you is always there within, unique, precious, and just as you were created to be. Within you is an intelligence that helps you adapt to various life circumstances and situations. You might do this consciously or unconsciously, but the point of any type of adaptation is survival. The Pixie Pierrot card brings you a message. There is more meant for you in this life than merely surviving. You are actually meant to thrive. The Oracle reminds you that you thrive most fully, abundantly, and deliciously when you are just you, not the version of you that another may prefer, nor the one that helps you fit into the crowd, but you, as you have always been. Even if that doesn't seem like enough for some people, it is more than enough for you to have the life you deserve that would bring you the most peace, happiness, and love. When the Oracle of Pixie Pierrot comes to you, it is time to get back to the essence of you. It might be time to go back to the things you dreamed about in childhood, or something that really feels like it expresses the true you, but that you cast aside for some very logical and sensible reason or another. That might be a talent, passion, or lifestyle you are pursuing, or a deep-seated need to create or express yourself through art, clothing, music, or dance. It's time to reclaim it. From little dreams and childhood fantasies, a full-grown life purpose can blossom. Even if it seems fanciful rather than practical, don't drop the ball. Give yourself a chance to be and be seen, to live and thrive as the real you. You are you for good reason, not by error, oversight, or mistake. Love yourself and let yourself live, thrive, and express the original genius of you. And let me actually talk about the healing trick of this card, because I feel like some of you could incorporate this. To help you take the wisdom offered and put it to the best use in your life now, do this healing trick to clear obstacles to putting this guidance into place. Close your eyes and relax for at least 5 inhalations and exhalations. You might like to make the breath flow a little slower and deeper than usual whilst remaining comfortable and relaxed. You are going to feel, visualize, imagine, or pretend that you can sense a child within your heart. That child might be in nature, or in a room, or in a shining, blood-red temple of love deep in your heart. Smile at that child. Let there be love in your smile. Let that child know you are so happy to see him or her, to love and appreciate and spend some time with them. That child might have something to show you. It might be a dream, a symbol, something precious to them, or even just a smile. Or perhaps they are sad, angry, frightened, and alone. Accept whatever the child wants to show you without judgment. Respond with love, patience, validation, and encouragement. Tell that child within, I love you. When you are ready, say this aloud. The child within, the original me, just as I was created by universal love to be, guides me to my true destiny. Repeat a few times if that feels more powerful for you. If there is something you liked to do as a child, playing, reading, drawing, coloring in, dancing, singing, painting, cooking, mud pies perhaps, swimming, hugging trees, or talking to the birds, then do that for as long as feels good. You have finished your healing trick. So, say the following affirmation aloud to boost the power of this message and to integrate it into your body, mind, and soul. You can say it morning and or evening for a few days or even a few months, or just at the end of your healing trick. I am original, the original me. I am amazing, just as I was designed to be. One more time. I am an original, the original me. I am amazing, just as I was designed to be. So really pulling in your authentic self can actually help you find someone as well, okay? Not even as well. That's like the main thing. Your gift is meant to come out and shine. And you need to allow that to happen. The gift is you. The gift isn't just your talent and your skills, but the gift is you. Sorry, guys, my contact is like losing its mind over here. Okay, so we have a few more oracle cards to get into before we roll your angel dice, and we'll see what we got here. Whoa, okay, chill out. I'm not going to pull that because there are like 5 of them there. We're only looking for 2, Spirit. You see that sass? Oh. Thank you. You've learned from your issues in the past as well. You've learned from them. Just allow those lessons to incorporate. You have Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. And Pig Spirit often comes out when trouble is currently afoot or trouble could be afoot. Now, that's not saying that something awful is going to happen or something bad is going to happen to where it's going to need your attention. But as life often does, it will present us with challenges. And when those challenges pop up, use your mind wisely. So this week you could be encountering some challenge. Just make sure that you're using your mind wisely. This is in all affairs. This is beyond love. This is just in general, just in the scope of your week, okay? We also have Be Peace, Dove Spirit. So Dove Spirit likes to come in whenever I like to get riled up over something, and then the Dove Spirit comes in to remind me that it is okay to just be peaceful. It's okay to lay down your swords and lay down your weapons, lay down arms. Because it's not necessary sometimes to overthink things the way that we do. It's not necessary to add negative information or negative thoughts to the information of our days. And sometimes we just need to radically accept it, let it be, and just do whatever we need to do to keep the peace within ourselves. So using your mind wisely, making sure we're making decisions that align not only with our authentic self, but that we are doing so in a way, it's more meant as a positive card. Spirit's coming through saying that actually has more of a positive meaning, and that is like we have the gift of our minds for a reason, and you actually have so they're telling me that you have like a very bright mind, almost like a scholarly mind in terms of, it could be in terms of academics, but I'm getting more of like wisdom. So you, like my ear's burning too. Like usually my ear burns whenever something is like doubly or triply true for like the whole collective. So I feel like you have the wisdom to know what to do and what not to do. And Spirit's saying, trust that more. Trust you more. It's coming through clear that perhaps there just needs to be a little bit of extra trust there. You can still find yourself. Like you can still honor and honor yourself and use your mind wisely without fully feeling like you have a grip on your authentic self yet. That's okay. You can still make good decisions with your, you can still make good decisions without having the conceptualization of who you are as a person. Okay, so don't give up on yourself and have faith that you can make good decisions for you. Let's see, we're going to pull from the Dragon Oracle, and then we are going to roll some dice for you. We have Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. So quite literally, as I've said, you guys hold a lot of wisdom in your hearts, and apparently, according to this card, it can spread. So this is something that you can teach other people. This is wisdom that you can share with others. You can actually seek solace in others too, and they can also learn from not only your mistakes, but learn from your experiences and grow as people as well. And it's almost like, it's so interesting because we just talked about like family and wanting to create a family before, but it's something like carrying the energy for the future. You still carry that future within you. Everything you're learning now still benefits that future creation that you want to create, whether it be children or whether it be like creating that family that you want or creating that passion project that you're trying to go for, whatever it is that you're trying to birth into creation right now. You're carrying that energy within yourself just from having the intention. So you're kind of interesting. So you can express condolences for your failures or what you perceive to be failures, but we want to enlighten you by sharing that you've gained so much wisdom from this. And it's not something to roll your eyes at, I promise. This is something that you are meant to do good things with. So if some of you have been prompted to share your story in some way, either via a blog post or just even like sharing with people in your immediate circle, and this doesn't have to be something that you talk about. This could be something that you can even express about yourself, but this wisdom is integrated and carried with you throughout the generations. These are things that you will be teaching your children or teaching the people around you and cause that ripple effect. So it's like you're like a shining beacon for this stuff now. So that is something to take into consideration. And I mean, all of those quote-unquote failures are just stepping stones to the place you're going to be, which is, I feel like for a lot of us, when we follow our hearts, it is the place that we want to be. Okay? So we have angel dice for you. Any messages to anything we can get to wrap up this message? 91. I heard something like this, and I didn't say it because another thought was like spread into my mind, and I skipped it, I guess, and forgot about it. But your angels are proud of your commitment to your growth. One more time, your angels are proud of your commitment to your growth. So the fact that you just keep pushing on, and you keep going, and you keep learning, and you keep getting wiser. I don't know why, but wisdom is such a huge thing in this group for whatever reason, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the sign of higher learning. Like, they rule the ninth house, and they're all about gaining that wisdom. And I just heard something about another sign got this message too, of like having access to like past soul wisdom. And we all have that access, but something about past soul wisdom, so perhaps previous lives that you've lived, there's some information being channeled for you right now through your soul. Like, your soul is giving you the gifts of, and like the energy of things that you've handled in a past life that could help you in this current situation. And while I can't, it's going to be different, so I can't tell you specifically what it is. Perhaps in meditation, I just heard steal something from a book. So perhaps I can recommend a book to you right now. Journey of Souls by, Lord have mercy, I don't actually have the author. Oh my gosh, I want to say it's Michael something, but I don't know. It's a YouTube audiobook. Not just a YouTube audiobook, but it's a very old book by a doctor. I'm going to try to link it. I'm going to write that down for you right now. Link audiobook. But Journey of Souls, he actually talks a little bit about past life regression, but he has many clients that like where he takes through regressions in past lives, but specifically the ones that talk about like, oh, like when you died in this past life, where did you go? And they talk about the process after death. So I'm learning this because I'm a psychic medium, and I'm like, I should understand what's going on the other side since I'm talking this shit every day. So I'm still learning. I don't know everything. Guys. So I'm always learning. We, as mediums, every medium is still learning. So that is what I hope to do, is be able to present mediumship as an option for my clients someday. But currently right now, I'm not taking any clients. I will make an announcement when I am taking personal readings, because that will definitely be a thing at some point. But right now, I am totally focused on YouTube channel. So maybe within the next few weeks or so, I will post something about personal readings. But I do not offer personal readings anywhere. But someday I would like to, and also offer mediumship. But Journey of Souls, guys. Journey of Souls. Look up that audiobook, and I will link it also. I'll at least write the name of the book and the author down below so that you can look into that. But it's really cool. I'm halfway done with it, and it's been such an eye-opener. It sounds so familiar to my soul. But if you are curious about that part, if you're curious about like the past life regression and having things that like school, like Earth being like a school for our souls, that's like a ship that I can jump on because it sounds familiar to me. But anywho, to further your studies if you were interested, and to help bring you peace and solace in this lifetime. But anyway, Sagittarius, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you to your angels and your guides, to my angels and guides for helping me channel this message for you today. I really do appreciate. It's a joy to connect with you. Like and subscribe, all the things. Let me know down below what resonates for you. And yeah, I don't know, I'm launching a Patreon soon. I'm introducing ferrets to the channel because I have 4 ferrets in my beautiful ferret fam, and I'm so excited to share them with you guys. They have such off the wall and different personalities, and I love them all to smithereens, even though they give me a run for their money when they try to dig into my jungle of plants. So I love you, I love you, I love you, Sagittarius, and we'll see you next time. Bye.